Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, just in time for their father's new biopic, King Richard. His oldest daughter, not Serena and Venus, but his older daughter, Sabrina, reveals what kind of father he was for her. Sabrina Williams, King Richard's first marriage, that was one of his five children from his first marriage. And she has nothing good to say about him. That he had been dubbed just a sperm donor. She said, I knew there's more siblings. I was told there's between 15 and 19 all over the place, from Louisiana to LA. Now, this is what she told the Sun publication. She said, my mom always argued with my dad about his affairs. He was a serial cheater. I remember that was always the main thing they talk about. Now, she said he's a selfish man, lives only for himself. He just uses his kids to get what he needs. He's not a dad. He's just a sperm donor. He had five kids and left them to my mom to grow up in poverty and never once helped. Now, the movie King Richard, which is a biopic of Serena and Venus' father, Richard Williams, and how he, a man with no ideal about sports, came up with this vision to make his two youngest daughter tennis stars, in which he did. Now, the biopic, it opened last Friday. If you have HBO Max, it's on there. And it reveals the racism, violence, and hardships the Williams family had to overcome. Now, it details just how complicated a man 3 times married Richard is, according to Oscar-nominated actor Will Smith. For behind the headlines and grand slams, there is a secret past that haunts Richard after he's accused of leaving his first wife to bring up their children alone. Now, even in the movie, it said he was with his wife and he had a vision. He already had 6 children, and he had a vision, and he said he had to have 2 more children, so he did. He left his first wife, got with Serena Venus' mother, who already had 3 children, and he just fed them tennis and practiced and coached them to be the great tennis players they are today. According to Sabrina, that hurt. She told the Sun last year how when she was just 8 years old, he told her he was going out to buy her a bike before walking out of the door to never return. That left wife Betty, Sabrina's mama, to raise their 6 children. Yeah. Sabrina said, in my teens, I was always thinking about suicide. I tried it once. It was always with me, and it was about my dad. I had mental health issues. Over the course of their childhood, Sabrina remembers Richard turning up just once at the doorstep when she was 10, and then spoke to him again at college. Now, somehow, I got hold of my dad through a relative and asked for $1,000 to pay some of my college bill at Hope Christian University. He said he'd only give the money as a loan. That's when I knew he was an asshole. Now, after college, I was done with my father. He had never paid any child support, and all he wanted to do is give me a loan. Now, Sabrina then began to hear about her much younger half-sister, Serena, 40, and Venus, 41, who were at that time making their marks as tennis juniors. Now, to save face with friends, she pretended they all got along. Now, Sabrina added, I'd say I was still in contact with my dad. We went on vacations, but it was a lie. The unwritten law in our family, you don't speak bad about the girls who were then living in Compton. I didn't meet Serena and Venus until I bumped into them by complete chance at Knott's Berry Farm, a theme park in California when they were teenagers. Sabrina's mom, who was Richard's first wife, she died of breast cancer in 1998. Now, Sabrina said she needed some medication for her cancer and it was too expensive for her to pay for. I reached out to my dad, but I couldn't get hold of him. He had no interest whether she was dead or alive. It was utterly mind numbing that my dad couldn't even come to my mom's funeral. Now she would hear from her dad every now and then, but it was after having the first of two sons, Elijah, now 21, then Solomon 2 years later, that their relationship completely broke down. My siblings called me and said that Dad is at Indian Wells with the girls playing in a tournament and he wants to speak to you. When he called, I said, "What do you need, Dad?" He said, "I love you." "No, you don't," I said. "What do you want? Don't try this love thing." Now he said, "The girls are playing here. Why don't you come down? You'll get the good seats, see the girls. Then the reporters can take pictures." It was typical of him. He wanted me for a PR opportunity, but I never wanted to meet the girls for publicity or money, only in private. Now, while her sisters had risen to the sporting fame, earning colossal fortunes, Sabrina insists she is not bitter and doesn't want money from them. However, she said, it does hurt that the siblings from the Williams sisters' mother, Orsine Price's first marriage, Aisha and Lindria, were often seen on the tennis circuit and showbiz party, yet her family side was always absent. Now, speaking in 2020, she said, "I think they've done fantastic. They have a lot of pressure from the Black community to be role models." Now, as for her father, Sabrina said, "I always made excuses for him. I always believed in my heart that my dad would come back to me. I think I was really disappointed my dad didn't choose me," she added. Mmm. Wow. I mean, now this girl, this woman is completely grown and she has not. Um, it saddens me that she tried suicide. I mean, but this was something that is still on her mind now. I mean, you don't know how important a father daughter, father mother relationship is. I mean, I think that was very foul of him to just get up and leave and saying that he needed two more children so that he could start from the beginning to groom them up. But that's it. And after Serena and Venus became stars and everything, he divorced their mother. And actually, I think he was about 71 at that time. He married a 35-year-old. This is her right here. You can see the age difference. But yeah, Richard was something else, I tell you. But I mean, you can't take away from this story. I mean, he did an amazing job with Venus and Serena, and to had this vision and put it to play. I mean, that's a beautiful story. And like I said, I watched King Richard, and it's a very good movie. But as you can see, Richard may have not been the best father. Period. And and with the young wife, this is their child. They did have I think they ended up having a child. He was 75 or whatever, but that relationship didn't last. He had to sue, and she was trying to get all this money and everything. That woman didn't want him. But it hurts when fathers run off with one woman and have it, but according to Sabrina, he has about 20 children. Hmm. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna leave that one for you. What you think about this? And if you haven't seen King Richard, it is a good movie. So it doesn't take away from what he did, his accomplishments, but like she said, he wasn't a king to her and her siblings. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so very much for watching my video. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, imparting, be blessed, y'all.